Hello, today I'm going to show you how to crochet a bucket hat. So you will need a size 4 crochet hook and some yarn. So first we are going to make a slip knot. And then you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to go into the very first stitch and we are going to join by a slip stitch. So now you see in the middle you have a hole here, and you are going to chain 2, now you are going to make 10 half double crochet in the center of the chain. So you loop around, go in the center, pull it out, loop again, and pull through the 3 loops. So that's your first. So you're going to continue to make 10 of those in the center of the circle. So I'll show you one more time. Go inside, pull it out. There you have your second one. So I'll see you after I finish this round. So I'm coming to the end of round 1 and I'm going to go into the very first stitch and I'm going to close the round with a slip stitch. Now you can go ahead and pull the tail string tight to close the hole. Now you will chain 2 and you're going to start increasing. So you will do 2 half double crochet in each of the stitch around here in the circle. So you go into the very first stitch, that's 1, and into the same stitch you do another half double crochet. So in the next stitch you will do the same, 1 half double crochet and another half double crochet in the same stitch, and you will continue to do so until you finish the round. So I'll see you soon. So I'm coming to the end of round 2 and I'm going to finish off with 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. And then you are going to go into the very first stitch and you are going to close it with a slip stitch. Now you will move on to round 3. So you chain 2 and now you're going to increase in every other stitch. So you're going to do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, followed by 2 half double crochet in the second stitch, then 1 half double crochet in the third stitch and 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and so on. So that's 1, and in the second stitch you do 2 half double crochets. So I'm going back into the same stitch and finishing my second half double crochet. So I'm going to continue to alternate 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and until I finish. So I'm coming to an end of round 3, and make sure that each time you finish a round you always end with 2 half double crochets. That's how you know you're doing this right. So I've just finished 2 of the half double crochets, and now I'm ready to close the gap with a slip stitch. But it's very important for you to understand that you're not going into this stitch here or any of these stitches here. If you see closely, this stitch is part of the 2 chain stitches that you did earlier at the beginning of the row. So you will go not into the first chain, not into the second, but into the very first half double crochet stitch. And you go in there and you make a loop and close the circle with a slip stitch. And now you are going to again chain 2 and move on to row 4. Now I'm going to start increasing on the 3rd stitch. That means in the first 2 stitches I'm going to do 1 half double crochet each, and in the 3rd stitch I'm going to do 2 half double crochets. So here we go. One half double crochet in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the second, and 2 half double crochets in the third. And we repeat the pattern again until we finish the circle. So I'll meet you then. So we've completed 4 rows so far, and now we're going to start row 5. So I'm going to chain 2, and for row 5 I'm going to increase on the 4th stitch. So the first 3 stitches I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in each, and in the 4th stitch I'm going to do 2 half double crochet, and then I'm going to continue the same pattern until I finish the round. For row 6 I'm going to increase on the 5th stitch. So I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the first 4 stitches, and in the 5th stitch I'm going to do 2 half double crochets. So I have finished a total of 7 rounds. I'm going to do 1 more round of increase. So starting the 8th round I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the first 6 stitches and 2 half double crochets on the 7th stitch, and I'm going to continue finishing round 8, and I will meet you up soon. Now I'm coming to the end of row 8, and I'm going to finish up with 2 half double crochets in the last stitch. And I'm going to go into the very first stitch to finish up with the slip stitch as always. So now if you look at my piece, when I measure it, it's about 15.5 centimeters wide. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to move on to the next 2 rounds with a new color. So I'm going to just snip off this part here. I'm going to just pull it out and leave it aside for now. So now I'm going to go into the slip stitch that I just made, and for now I'm going to leave this tail at the back. I'm going to take another color yarn and make a slip knot. I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to chain 2. 1 and 2, and make sure you pull all the loose ends tight. So now I've finished 2 more rounds of the new color, and I'm going to add a third color to my pattern. So now I've cut off the ends and I've made another slip knot of the third color. I'm gonna go just like what I did earlier. I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2. I'm gonna pull the strings tight, and now I'm going to make 1 half double crochet in every stitch for the next 7 rows. So now I've finished 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I just cut off the string, and I'm going to join with another color here to close the segment. So I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Pull it tight. So now I'm going to make 1 half double crochet in each stitch, but only in the front loop. So I'm not going to go into the whole front and back loops. I'm going to go only into the front loops. So make a half double crochet. Make sure you pull it really tight, tug it in extra tight, because instead of getting 2 loops you're getting only 1, and it could become really loose if you don't tug tight. So this is my second stitch. There you go. As you can see, when you pull it, it becomes really loose, so make sure you tug the string tight. And I'm going to go all around the circle and do 1 row. I'll meet you then. So now I'm coming on to the last stitch of the row. I'm going to close it with a slip stitch. And now I'm going to start working on the visor. So I'm going to just cut this off. I'm going to pull this through the loop just like that, and I'm going to leave that aside for now. Now I'm going back to the blue color to start the visor. I'm gonna make a slip knot again. So this was my last stitch. I'm gonna go in here. And now I'm going to chain 2. 1 and 2. Make sure you pull it tight. Okay. So now To make the visor part, we are going to increase on the 7th stitch. This round we are going to do 6 half double crochets in each of the 6 stitches and 2 half double crochet in the 7th stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now on the 7th stitch we are going to do 2 half double crochets. So that was 1, and in the same stitch you do another one, so you got 2. So we are going to repeat this pattern all around for this row. Make half double crochet, and now you're going to close this with a slip stitch. And as always, you will chain 2. So you see our hat is coming along really well. These strings that we have cut out from the previous colors, we are going to weave in, so we're not going to worry about those at the moment. So now for our next round, after we chain 2, we are going to increase on the 8th, and as always, I'm gonna go into the first half double crochet. I'm gonna close it with a slip stitch. And I'm gonna chain 2. As you can see, our hat is coming along, and that's the visor. So far we have finished 20 rounds. Now I'm going to start the 21st round. In this row we are going to increase on the 9th stitch. So we start off again with 2 chain stitches, and then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the first 8 stitches and 2 half double crochet in the 9th stitch, and repeat the pattern until the end of the row. So this round has been completed, and for the next round I have chained 2 stitches, and I'm going to increase on the 10th stitch. So this will be round 22. And we chain 2. And we are going to do our very last and final round, which is row 23, increase on the 11th stitch. So we're almost coming to an end of this row. And now your hat is complete. I'm gonna just cut off the string. And tie the loop. Pull it tight. There's your hat. So we are going to just use a tapestry needle and weave the tail into the stitches here. So we're going to hide each one of these stitches inside. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have fun making it.